Super appreciated.
I'm getting does not exist embedded collection error just over and over and over again.
All right, stream's going.
Okay, so Outlaws of Alkenstar Sunset. There's going to be 2 concurrent groups. You guys are playing on Monday nights. They're playing on Saturday mornings. Very curious to see how the 2 different games play out. Right now we're on the dashboard. From here, you should be able to double-click on the map to go to the bigger map. And then from there, you can double-click on the compass to go back to the main page. Right now, resources-wise, there is a World of Warcraft hotbar at the bottom of the screen, and there's a little folder attached to the left of that. If you click on it, it should show you some useful macros. There's like a basic actions macro, there's treat wounds, so there's a lot of useful macros that may speed up gameplay and help with some of the stuff that you were doing. I find when your token is selected and you hit the basic macros thing, or the basic actions, it's very helpful. It pulls up a list of all the things that you could be doing, and then it even tells you, like, you are the best in the party if you mouse over it at certain things, which is pretty neat. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started. I've got the adventure here. Oh, we should probably do a factspiration to get started. Yeah, let's do that.
I don't think the map is working the way you want it to.
What do you mean?
As I'm clicking it, not happening.
Are you double clicking the map? It's not taking you anywhere?
I'm clicking like crazy.
It's because it's paused.
Oh, is that why? Okay, see if it works now.
Oh, yes, there it goes. Yes. You're
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I was going before that.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do a factspiration question to get started. Coin. All right. So, the question is, what do you do to unwind after a hard day? So, what does your character do to unwind after a hard day? There's no recap to do, and you won't be able to ask the same question of any NPC you've met, but this is the first factspiration question. If you're interested in answering the question, roll a d20 in the chat, and the highest number will answer the question and get an extra action point. Is there a way to divvy up action points? Is there a macro to hand them out? We'll figure it out. Alright. It looks like we got a 14 from Grom. Going once, going twice. Sold to Grom. Grom, what do you do to unwind after a hard day? You may be muted.
I am muted. No,
Okay.
I'm not muted. Thank you.
Hmm?
He does like hobby alchemy stuff and tinkering with his various chemicals and gear, to basically sort of experimenting and not really trying to accomplish anything, but just playing with that stuff. Like disconnects him from the reality of the crappy world that he lives in.
Oh, damn. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Let's see. Go ahead and make sure you have 3 hero points. There should be an option on your sheet that lets you draw hero cards. I tested this.
I think it's the actions, right? Hero actions.
Let's
it is.
see. Yeah. Hero actions, draw 1 hero action. So, yeah. You guys can draw 1 per hero point that you have. So, Grom has 3, everyone else has 2. You can go there and hit the button to draw hero actions, and it should give you those cards, and then you could use those cards tonight while we play. They only last tonight, so you would delete them at the end of the night if you don't use them, just like you would delete your hero points that don't get used. They do not carry over to a future session. Oh, sorry, Grom. You would actually only have 2. You get to use a fax bow. That's right. Since we don't have convenient effects in Pathfinder, I will just put this yellow dot on you. And that is how we know that you have Faxpiration. Now, we do have Fanspiration. I'm not sure the best way to track the Fanspiration right now. But you have quite a bit. So how that works is you just cash in one of your Fanspirations, and one person can gain 1 hero point. And then when they gain the hero point, they can also draw for a hero card. So that's basically, how it works. All right. Let's see. The adventure. All right. So you guys are all aware that some crazy stuff has been going down in the city. There was an explosion at the college during a presentation. Allegedly, nobody was hurt, but it did kind of shake things up a bit, give people quite a scare. And in your own lives, each of you has had some unfortunate turn of events that were basically, at the end of those events, you were a wanted criminal, and the perpetrators behind the either frame-up job or the political/professional assassination was either a halfling business mogul known as Ambrose Mugland, or a corrupt Shield Marshal deputy known as Angelique Lovelace. Now, everyone ended up on the wrong side of these individuals one way or the other. Would you like to share how you ended up essentially screwed over by one or the other or both of these individuals? Rom, what happened, man? You might be muted.
Man, I've got a mute button on my microphone, and I'm turning it off when I mean to turn it on, and on when I mean to turn it off. So Grom works with basically a priest for, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Brig?
They pronounce it Bry.
Bry, okay.
Yeah.
Bry, and he wasn't the sort of priest that was out in front of people giving lectures. He just worked in their labs, doing stuff back there, discovering things to help improve all of you, well, humanity and everybody else. And they were working on a big book of formulas to donate to everybody, and Muglin showed up and wanted to have it for himself instead of make a profit off of it. And I was against that and spoke out against it, and I found myself accused of theft. A bunch of money ended up missing, and luckily a fellow priest that I was friends with let me know that they were coming after me, and I managed to escape before they caught me. But now I'm living out in the crappy parts of town trying to get by, figuring out how I can get back at Muglin and maybe get my old position back and clear my name.
All right, sounds good. All right. The Henry Ironside. What happens?
Oh, all right. Let's see. So, Henry, hold on, pulling it up. He and his brother, they had some outspoken opposition to the displacement of some what's considered low-skilled in quotation marks workers in favor of certain what he would call soulless machines that the business mogul Ambrose Mugland had an interest in. There was a bit of a chaotic scene where not a lot of people knew what happened because when chaos happens, everybody starts making things up or seeing what they see. In the end, Henry's brother died, and the incident, a lot of people think that was Henry's fault. So he kind of has to lay low, but he's kind of a big guy. He also doesn't really put up with any bullying from any shield marshals, so he probably pissed some people off there too.
All right, sounds good. Clutch Keeper Thorn Scale. What happened?
Well, for the most part, everyone just calls me Clutch. And I was known in these parts as doing a little bit of smuggling here in the down low, taking things from here to there. And Mr.
Muglin?
Muglin, yeah. Sorry. Horrible names. He was interested in procuring my services and transporting some goods, but saw the condition of the animals he was keeping and how he was treating them, and it led me to believe that his business practices wouldn't be much good either. Man who doesn't take care of his animals likely to cheat you out of a deal faster than somebody who does.
Mm-hmm.
So I declined his offer. That did not make him happy. And then the next day, or that night, a bunch of shield marshals showed up looking for my goods, saying there was contraband on there. And there was some obviously planted contraband. They didn't even find my good stuff. But they ruined my good name as a smuggler, and I got to start from scratch building my reputation back up again. Once you get caught, it's not a good thing.
All right, sounds good. Jet Ree, what's the story? What happened?
Jet Ree. His story is that for some reason he has found himself on the opposite end of the law due to Lovelace, who has implicated him in several crimes that he has not committed, which now has led him down the bad path.
Okay.
And now he lives up to those crimes that she has implicated him, and has worked very hard to spread and learn new skills in the criminal organizations here in Alkenstar.
All right. My understanding is you were an undercover cop, essentially, and then they basically cut ties with you without telling you.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jericho Darling, what happened to you?
Jericho was a student at the college here in Alkenstar. Bright, up-and-coming engineer that was studying some new explosives, trying to create some new destructive material. However, one day she went to her lab and she found that all of her equipment and all of her research had been confiscated, and the only thing in there was a note proclaiming that she had been expelled from the college. She had her suspicions about Mugland, who she believes was after her work, because he's a jealous man and can't do anything for himself. So she basically had to leave, because her reputation as a explosive technician was tarnished. She had to run.
All right. So, each of you were living your life in the city of Alkenstar for good or for bad. It sounds like most of you were having a pretty decent run of it until things sort of fell apart. And they just keep falling apart. Unable to find work, having to hide your identities, having to turn to actual lives of crime to survive, not able to trust any of the law enforcement officers because you don't know who is on Lovelace's take or who is taking bribes from Mugland. Mugland has eyes and ears all over the city, and it seems like he and Lovelace are partnered up, and you, over the last few days, have felt the heat rising as freelance investigators, mercenaries, and dare I say even some assassins have been poking around, sniffing around, asking around about your whereabouts. Unfortunately, as is the way with plot exposition, each of you, including Chicken, are captured and rounded up and brought before Mugland and Lovelace. They beat you up pretty bad. They take all your good shit. They truss you up. They throw you in a caged wagon, and they cover the wagon with a tarp, and they ride out of town with their entourage, wagon in tow. Hours seem to pass, and your injuries start to abate, and you realize that night has fallen, and that you are definitely out in the waste. And that's where we'll get started. Let's see. All right. Take you over to the sinkhole. So for this encounter, assume that you have your normal clothes. However, if you wanted to use a skill or ability that allows you to hide something on your person, you could definitely do so.
One more time. So we've been like everything. What we wearing, right?
Yeah, don't delete anything off your sheets. This is all cinematic.
Okay.
Don't delete anything. I'm
Okay.
just saying, for this encounter, you don't have any of your gear unless it is something that you were able to hide on your person versus essentially one of their goons, checks to see if you had anything on you. So I believe that is a thievery to hide things on your person.
I'll make an attempt at it.
Okay.
I'll try to stick my invention into my ribcage.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. First roll of the campaign. No pressure. No pressure.
Do you want to private or does that matter?
Yeah, it should be definitely private. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using secret rolls for sure. I think I might have set them to automatically be secret. I can't remember. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. We'll put it against Boots' perception. Ooh. Okay. All right. So yeah, you are able to kind of hide it in your own ribcage. Being an undead, he doesn't even think to look literally inside your ribcage for anything smuggled. Roughly patting everybody down. You recognize Boots, Clutch. He is notorious amongst the lizard folk of Dino Valley in the northern Mana Waste. He is a mutant in his own right, massive in size, small in intellect. He left the settlements because he kept getting into fights with the dinosaurs and killing them. And since that is the livelihood of your people, they exiled him. He wandered south into the city and was basically adopted by Muglin, and now he is Muglin's number 2, his top goon, and his murder man. He goes around killing and eating people for the boss.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to stealth an item also?
Yes, absolutely.
I have smuggled, I don't know, like a skunk bomb.
Yeah, that works.
Stash it in there with Pepito.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it is stealth to hide things on your person. My bad. Okay. Don't know why I thought it was thievery.
Oh, I'm sorry. It could have been thievery. I just automatically thought of that.
Okay. Yeah, conceal an object, one Pac-Man, manipulate, and secret. All right, so give me that stealth check.
All right. Here. Efficiencies. I did that the wrong way.
All right. Let's see. Okay. When they are searching for things, they do a thorough search, Grom, and they are able to find the hidden object. Your familiar / brother, they see that his mouth is very full of something, and they squeeze his cheeks till he spits out the concealed bomb.
Good try, Pepito.
So, anyone else trying to conceal anything else?
Yeah.
Who will be in the scene? Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to try to conceal a sling.
Okay. Yeah, that's concealable. You probably want some bullets with it too, I'm assuming. So we'll say you tucked a couple into the sling as you balled it up.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me your secret stealth check.
Stealth check. And how to make it roll mode private GM?
Yes.
For some reason, I'm clumsy. Maybe I'm not sure why.
You're over encumbered.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of something your token.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that is a really good check. And against the passive that I'm using, they are unable to detect what you hid, which is the sling and a couple of sling stones. All right. Anyone else hiding anything?
Nah, I don't see a sledgehammer fitting anywhere.
Okay.
Can you put it in my ribcage?
I mean, if you had time to hide two things, for sure. All right. So.
Question about
Huh?
Pepito.
Okay.
One of his abilities is extra regents.
Okay.
So, is it
Yeah,
possible
that's
he
fine.
can-
Yeah, he can definitely barf up reagents for you. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they didn't do a thorough stomach sweep of him or anything like that, so it should
You
be
just
good.
squeeze them like a sweet toy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
like
I'm imagining.
toothpaste tube.
All right. So as things, as you kind of gain your senses, you realize that you are in a swirling vortex of quicksand. The dinosaur that was forced to drag this wagon into this whirlpool of quicksand is flipping the fuck out. Its eyes are wide and rolling in its head. It's frothing at the mouth and it's straining against the straps that bind it to the front of the wagon. Looking around, you see other people in the wagon with you. They may or may not be familiar to you. I don't know for sure. However, who is familiar to all of you is Ambrose Muglin astride a Megaraptor and Angelique Lovelace astride her Megaraptor and their various minions. We've already talked about Boots riding on his trike, but there's also cute Field Marshal Skidra, one of the top-ranking officers working under Angelique Lovelace. Skidra has an eye for detail and pretty much has her tiny claws in all of the pies of corrupt cop business that she can get into. Also, you know this, Jet Ree. She has many children, and she loves to show photographs of those children to anybody who is willing or not willing to see them and listen to stories about her kids. You also see Shield Marshal Thorn. He is a white-furred gnoll, and he is vicious, cunning, and cruel. He abuses the position of Shield Marshal relentlessly, and you know, Henry, that he is often sent to deal with unionizers. So his specialty is breaking down unions by breaking unionizers. So a real rogues gallery of assholes here. Muglin lights a fresh cigar, takes a long drag on it, and he says, well, look at this fine collection of cock-sucking assholes. You really gave us the runaround. Took us weeks to track you all down. But here we are, having a nice little send-off out here in the Mana Waste. You could imagine my surprise when I heard about the location of this slumbering mutant beneath the sand. A creature so massive, it slumbers constantly, just waiting for snacks, little morsels to fucking fall into its mouth. Well, you know how much I love animals, he says, looking at you, Clutch, with a cruel look as he donkey punches his Mega Raptor in the back of the head. I figured, why not? It could use a little extra feeding, huh? At that point, Boots says, but boss, I could have just ate them like I eat everyone else. Oh, why are we going to all this trouble? We rode 10 hours into the desert. I could have just ate them. Muglin turns to Boots and says, listen, you're good at a lot of things, Boots, but think it ain't one of them. Don't worry yourself with the details of the whens, the whys, the hows. Just understand that these particular individuals, well, they gotta get gone in a very permanent way. A way that's gonna make them a little hard to come back. Some of them are connected. Some of them are holy folk. We don't need them coming back from the dead now, do we? See, the interesting thing about this creature is that once its belly gets filled up with some food, there's a paralytic enzyme. It's going to put them into a little bit of a coma. They're not going to be able to respond to any messages that might get sent via fucking magic. They're not going to be able to crawl out for help. They're not going to be able to die. Apparently, it takes centuries to be digested by this thing. So they ain't just being put down. They're being put out of the game. That's what this is about. As he's saying that, Lovelace says, Ambrose, you talk too much. They don't need to know why they're here. They don't need to know anything. Honestly, we should have knocked them out one more time before we drove the wagon in. Now I've got to remember the look on their stupid faces as they get sucked into the sand. And when she says that, there is a harsh hyena-like laugh from Shield Marshal Thorn, and a cackling giggle from Shield Marshal Skedra. Yeah, you can jump in at any time, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any banter to say,
I do. I do have banter.
Thank you. Okay.
I do have banter. I was like, are my hands tighter at all, or what?
You guys are trussed up, but you you feel like it's not the best job of trussing up.
Like
they were
they
pretty,
can still
they were pretty
see.
overconfident.
Can I stand up and they can still see my hands?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I yell out to them and say that they should have really, dug around in my pockets a little bit better, right? And I shift my hands, and then hopefully someone's stupid enough to look. I hit them with that.
Okay. Yeah. So from this great distance, you kind of taunt them and lure them in. Yeah. And then Muglin says, "What's that long-eared cocksucker up to?" Hey, Boots. But as Boots gets ready to go, Lovelace says, "It's one of his tricks. All he does is lie."
So while they're watching him, can I try to use my claws to get out of these bindings?
Yeah, sure. So what we'll do is, there's like some banter going on. We'll throw everybody into initiative real quick. Kind of see where things go. All right, so grab these guys, chuck them in there. There we go. And then familiars, I believe, don't have their own initiative. There we go. They get excluded automatically. Oh my, fancy. Okay. Alright, so you should be able to roll from your sheet or from the combat tab.
Plus 14, she has a plus 24.
Oh, yeah, these guys are a pretty high level. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, these guys, they're like maybe the whole, the BBEGs of the whole game. So I thought we could just start with that, Anyways, alright. So as this begins, Skidra is just watching. She is going to use her action to, what the fuck is it called? Seek? Just gonna take a seek action. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, you can just roll it from the macro? God damn. Alright. And it tells you all this shit about it too. Can you guys see her seek, or did it automatic? Oh, nice. It's automatically a hidden roll. I love it. Okay. So she's taking a seek action. So she's definitely watching you guys. You could feel her gaze beneath her very heavy Coke bottle glasses. Taking in your measure. Play then passes with this flat ass initiative to Shieldmaster. Oops, wrong button. I'll get the hang of it, guys. Don't worry. Let's see. Shield Marshal Thorn. Shield Marshal Thorn is going to just laugh and sort of mock you with his laughter, but not really commit to anything. Oh no, he's a real asshole. He's gonna say, let me check his voice real quick. Oh man. Okay, he says, "Hey, Henry, you awake enough to hear me?"
I guess you will look in with steely eyes over at the Cretan.
Well, normally I'd like to take a criminal in, give him a nice hanging, but you, well, I guess this is a fitting punishment on account of you killing your brother. When he says that, Boots gasps, and he says, "Wait a minute! He killed his brother? I was pretty sure I killed him when I stepped on his head with my Triceratops!" All of them look at Boots.
We all look at Boots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Henry, is probably muscling out, but it's not his turn.
Yeah. Lovelace says, "This is taking too long. I don't like being out in the waste, even on a good day, especially not in the middle of the fucking night. This better be worth it, Muglin. I better never see these fucks again. You understand me? Play passes to Boots, and Boots says, I don't feel so bad about your brother if he was already dead. But, his head did squish real good. At that point, there is a rumbling. And you see, rising from the sand over yonder, is a massive Titan centipede. The Titan centipede glances over at this fucking mess over here. But then he looks at these tasty creatures that are not in this mess over here, and he is going to begin moving towards them. He has a pretty decent burrow speed. He is going to go back under, and he is going to begin burrowing towards them. As he does, they all begin to panic, and play passes to Clutch.
All right. So would I need to be doing a force open to try to get these cuffs off? Or
Yeah. So you're trying to bust out of some manacles. No, sorry. You tied with rope. Yeah. So, to bust out the rope, I believe would be a athletics. That's a thing in this system. Yeah.
oh, so there's an actual action called force open. So that's
Yeah. That's the one. Forced open.
You can break these cuffs.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So with this force open, you are able to tear free of the rope. So your hands are no longer bound.
So my second action is going to be. Can I reach the reins for this dinosaur?
Yeah, you could. Well, you could try. You could definitely try to reach for the reins. Let's see. Okay, so go ahead and grab the reins that are out there. It's kind of thrashing around. They're bouncing around. You're trying to get your arm through the bars here and grab a hold of it. Okay, I would say that you could either attempt a grapple, or I would say that you could try to palm an object. Yeah, that sounds good. Kind of showing that you were able to snatch them out of the air quickly. Grapple means you're just sort of tearing up your own arm, just shoving it through the bars and just slapping around trying to grab at the reins.
No, is this supposed to be public or private? I should ask that.
I think I have it set. Let's just try rolling and see what happens. Like, I think that one should be public. Yeah. All right, so with a 16, you do grab a hold of the reins.
All right, with my last action, I will try to command an animal.
Okay. Oh, and I guess with this guy showing up, it's no longer tense negotiations. So things are going to get pretty nuts.
And
All right.
and Reptile Rider would be applicable to this one, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you go to command this animal, and this is against the animal's will, I believe, which 20 is enough. That is a success. All right, so it will do what you command on its next turn. So I will need to roll it into initiative real quick.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, and so its turn will be coming up soon. Okay, and that is your 3 Pac-A-Mans.
Yep.
All right, play passes to Grom.
I'll try to escape.
All right.
thought I could use athletics for that, or acrobatics rather.
I think escape, if you if you have your token selected and then you use the basic action macro, it'll show you all the things and it'll even tell you what your roll is going to be. It'll say it'll choose the highest of what you have.
All right.
Oof. Yeah, with an 11, you are unable to struggle free from the bindings, but it didn't fail by 10 or more, so it is not a critical failure.
Okay. So that's
So
considered
you
an
could
act-
try. You could try again, but this has map, so it'll be at -5 the next time.
Can I try and choose through the ropes?
I would say it's just a different flavor
Type
of
of escape.
escaping. So yeah, you would still be at map. Yeah.
What?
Unless you actually have a bite attack, then
do
you.
not.
Okay, then yeah. But even then, that would still be at map. Yep.
Can I seek
Yes.
to look for something useful?
Mhm.
I want private.
Oof. Yeah, you are. There's too much going on. There's too much sand rushing into the wagon. You're unable to find anything useful or interesting.
Well, just looking without actually rolling,
Mhm.
it doesn't look like we could just like jump off this, right? We're gonna get sucked down into it.
Well, yeah, that's also part of the
There you go.
problem you start to realize as you kind of look around. If you do open the door here that's on the back and escape, you still have the issue of trying to get out of this vortex of sand that is kind of sucking you down. You know for a fact that quicksand is deadly. They teach it in all of the Alkenstar schools when they teach you about the dangers of the wastes.
Right. Can I do a what is the recall knowledge?
Yeah.
See what I know about quicksand. If there's some sort of alchemical thing I could create, throw on there.
Certainly. It would be a nature check to learn more about it.
Nature. No, I don't know anything. I don't think I have 3 actions for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Play passes to Jetri.
Okay. Got. I'm tied up. Are these ropes or like manacles?
Oh, they are ropes. They're ropes.
Ropes. Would, because I don't know if I can force them open. Can I like squeeze like my hands through?
Yes. So there, you could do a force open or an escape essentially to get out of the ropes. Yep.
Escape.
And again, when you have your mini selected, if
Mhm.
you're using the basic action macro, which you can find in the little folder next to the World of Warcraft thing.
Yeah, I got it
Um,
open.
Yeah. It'll pull it up and kind of give you a guide of what each of them would
I
do
have-
for you.
I have escape dash highest.
Yeah, so it'll take the highest of your strength or dexterity for that.
Okay. I will attempt to escape these ropes.
Okay.
I don't think I did it. I am sorry, I didn't do it on secret.
Oh no! It'll know if it's like. So I have it set so that the secret rolls will just be secret.
Oh, okay.
Like you got yeah. Okay, so yeah, 24. You were able to slip from the ropes.
Okay. Let's see.
Hey, pretty boy, do you want to help a lady out over here?
Do they have help actions in?
They do. Help actions for low-level characters kind of terrible, but I'm
Mhm.
using the homebrew rule that if you do the help action, you only have to hit the DC that they would need to hit to provide the help action. But if you do badly on it, then there would be a penalty.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. I mean, I guess
And,
I
the,
can.
the DC to escape from these is a 17.
17. Okay. Action economy. What can I do?
You could use an action to help. You would do another escape, and as
Okay.
long as you got a 17, that would provide the bonus for Jericho when they try to escape.
Okay, I will attempt to assist with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Roll again.
Yep. Roll again. 17. Yep. So Jericho, you will benefit from assist when you try to escape.
Kindly.
I think they call it aid in this game. I'm pretty sure. So for aid, it is a reaction. So it would be one action to ready to help them, and then when they go to do it, use a reaction to help them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Employ. And an ally is about to use an action that requires a skill check. The ally is willing to accept your aid, and you're prepared to help. Right. So you're prepared to help, and then when their turn comes up, you'll use a reaction. Cool. Preparing to help doesn't take. Does it take one action or two?
I think it takes 2.
I know it's
I guess.
very punishing to help your allies,
It is.
which is weird in a game that wants you to have
Help
teamwork.
your allies.
Yeah. Okay. To use this reaction, you must prepare to help. Okay. I think prepare to help is actually only one action, but then you have to use your reaction also. Man, hold on. I want to get everything right and perfect, but it's like it's so hard. So many rules.
Pathfinder cops are gonna come to you.
Yeah, if it's
Find
a lot of them aid an ally, preparation, helping character, blah blah blah. All right. Yes, a single action is sufficient. Okay, you have one more action left. You just gotta stay near them so you can use your reaction when it's their turn.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else with your last action, or just you just want to hang out there?
Well, no, I'm gonna be aren't I gonna be using my reaction to help her?
Yeah, but you get 3 actions per turn in Pathfinder. So you spent 1 to escape your ropes, 1 to prepare to help her, and then you got 1 more.
Oh, okay. I guess, let's see. Basic actions. What else can I do here?
Well, when in doubt, you can always do a recall knowledge check, which can kind of help you figure out
gather
more about
information?
what's going on.
Is that
No, it would just be. It's called recall knowledge.
recall knowledge? Okay.
Yeah. So, what are you trying to learn about? Your current situation, the quicksand, the creature that was mentioned,
Mhm.
your enemies, the centipede. There's a lot of things you could.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Trying to recall knowledge if it's known of this animal here. I don't know what it is. Actually, like, not stat wise, but like, has an animal like this ever successfully pulled a wagon out of
Okay. Yeah. So give me it would be a knowledge nature.
knowledge nature? Okay.
Mhm.
Knowledge nature. Is that in my skills?
Yeah. It'd be under skills, and then you would just click on nature.
I don't think I have nature. Oh, there's nature. Okay. Here you go. It's
Alright.
good. Yep, there you go.
Okay. You know that this is some kind of dinosaur. You
Yep.
see them around. You see them around town all the time.
Good done.
They're pretty strong. All right.
Alright.
So your turn ends. It's the dinosaur's turn. Clutch, you may direct the dinosaur to do something.
Instructions just run.
Okay.
To pull us out of here.
All right. So it is gonna have to deal with the quicksand. All right. Okay, so with the quicksand, it is pulling creatures down with it, trying to restrain and suffocate, blah blah blah. It needs to use athletics to swim. out of the quicksand. So this is a DC 20 athletics for this creature. Let's see. This creature is trained in athletics, so here we go. Ooh, 15. All right. So it is not able to climb out that turn, but it didn't critically fail. So it can try again, but it's going to be at a -5 this time. So you want to just keep trying, right? Because I mean, what else? Yeah, what else is it going to do? Okay. All right. Here we go. Ooh, shit. Okay. 27, even with the negative modifier, it is able to start pulling and moving out of the pit. So it is going to go, when you swim, it's half speed. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's able to get you guys a little bit further out. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright. Alright, well done. And then it will try again, because it really wants to get out of here, but this time it is going to be at a -10. Alright. Here we go. Ooh. That's unfortunately with a -10, that would bring it down to a 17. So it's not able to make any further progress, but you're 15 feet closer than you were before. Alright. As Muglin's turn comes up, he is gonna just get the fuck out of there. So the Mega Raptor is got a speed of, damn, only 30. Man, slow as Mega Raptor. Man, everything's so slow in this game. Alright, so he's gonna 3-pack-a-man his way, we'll say, off map at this point. Alright, Henry, you're up.
Alright, in a rage of frustration, I suppose he's gonna try to force open, his bindings.
Alright.
Alright.
Centipede.
Hmm?
I was asking Tom Grunt.
Okay. It looks like you're rolling all your dice privately.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
No worries.
There we go.
Okay. So you're trying to get a 17. And you got a 16.
I think he's frustrated. He is extremely frustrated, and the player does not want to be the one to cause any issues this early on.
Okay.
I honestly see Henry just angrily, just furiously repeating it over and over again, no matter how horrible the rolls keep getting.
All right, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just terrible.
All right, so as you're stretching and flexing those huge muscles, trying to tear free of the ropes, it is just not happening. You get a third one if you want.
Yeah. I feel like, he's just gonna keep raging and doing this. I assume the dinosaur pulling the cart out, he's tumbling, but he's gonna try. Terrible.
Oh, all right. Play passes to Jericho Darling.
Alrighty.
Okay, Jetri is standing by to help.
Thank you, Jet. And I will make an escape.
Okay, so because he invested so much action economy into helping you, you get a +1.
And I appreciate that.
All right.
Alrighty.
It's hard to go from giving someone advantage to giving someone a +1, but
I will use it quick for that.
Ooh, okay.
Alright.
Okay, 18 is enough. You are able to essentially pull yourself free, whether that involved popping your hands off and then reattaching them.
I just take off my hands and put them on.
Okay, fair enough. So forcing open was literally popping your hands off.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Skeleton things.
Just skeleton things. Okay.
Alright. We're trying to get this pony out of here. Is this cage locked?
It is. There is a lock on it, and it looks like a mighty fine lock. It looks like the kind of lock that would require 3 successes to open. Welcome to Pathfinder 2.
Oh, that's a lot of successes. Okay. So what kind of damage type would necessarily benefit if I wanted to break this off? Like, would it be bludgeoning damage, probably?
Oh gosh, you wanna deal damage to the door?
Yeah.
All right, so it would have a damage threshold.
Okay.
Let's see. I would definitely say bludgeoning would be your best bet if of all things that you have available to you.
Okay. I will take out my. I guess action to draw my gun. Huh? Damn. Action economy. Well, I have to draw my gun anyway, so I will draw my gun. I will pop it out of my ribcage.
Was your gun hidden on your person? That's your invention, right?
It was in my person, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. All right, so you reach into your rib cage, you pull out your invention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The gun is my invention. Yeah, I take out my the messenger.
Okay.
As an action. And then I need to. God damn, this sucks. I'm gonna have to spend another action to. I'm gonna flip a lever on the muzzle of the arquebus.
Okay.
And it begins to rotate as gears begin to spin rapidly, and the modular head changes to a bludgeoning.
Oh, okay.
Type. And that will be my turn.
And that will be your turn. All right.
Yes.
As the round ends, the quicksand is going to take its action. So the quicksand is going to. Let's see. Creature that swims out. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Triggering creature sinks into the quicksand up to waist. On its initiative, the quicksand pulls down each creature with it. A creature that was submerged becomes submerged up to its neck, and a creature that was submerged up to its neck is pulled under and has to hold its breath to avoid suffocation. Alright, so we will say that when this guy made the check to start swimming upwards, he moved himself back to the submerged to waist, but now he is submerged back to neck. So that's not good. All right, it's good that you were helping him and guiding him though. As the second round starts, Skeedra is going to skedaddle, I don't know, and she goes racing towards the edge of the map to get out of there. And as she's running, she's shouting,
Wait, everyone wait! They have a gun! They have a gun and they're gonna get out!
And then Loveless says, they're not going anywhere. There's no way out of there. And if we don't hurry up, there's no way out of this for us either. And so Skeedra just keeps going. Right. Let's see. Thorn don't want any of this. So he is gonna rush away. I don't believe this boy has an opportunity attack. He does not. Alright. So as the centipede bursts from the sand, screaming and flailing all of its legs and mandibles, Loveless and Muglin's crew are just getting the fuck out of Dodge. Alright. Loveless is up, and she says, maybe just a warning shot. And she is going to take a shot at the centipede. Let's see. Oof. So she got a 27 and missed the centipede by 1. So I'll say that the bullet just kind of carpinged off of the creature's carapace. And then seeing what she's dealing with, she's like, nope. And she starts riding off.
I'm gonna yell over to her as she's running away. You can't shoot for shit!
Nice. Alright, she will pass to Boots. Boots is gonna look around and say, wait! What? We're not gonna fight it? And then seeing everyone leave, he says, oh well, and he starts riding off. As he does, he is swishing his big fat tail eagerly, and you see a bundle fall off the back of his Triceratops. You feel in your hearts that this bundle is probably important. I will mark it on the map with this little squiggle. There you go. All right. The Titan centipede burrows back into the earth and pursues them. All right. You get the sense that if the dinosaur is pulled under the sand, that would be you guys being pulled under the sand, and that would pretty much be that. So, and that would be the shortest campaign ever. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. Play passes to Clutch.
All right, we're gonna do another command check.
All right. The DC to control this creature, I believe, is a 13. Oh, that is a critical success, which I don't think it actually gives you anything on a critical success, but it's still pretty cool that you got one.
Yeah.
The animal does as you command on its next turn. All right.
And I will aid it with the next one.
Okay.
Another
Nice. All right. So this is going to be, I believe it is an athletics. So give me a athletics DC 20. If you succeed, it will get a +1. Oh, you can just toggle aid. Oh, that's dope. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. So you succeeded. Good stuff. Well, you got to stay near it to make sure you can use your reaction to aid it. Blah 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 blah. All the bullshit.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm staying as close as I can. I got the reins.
So what do you do with your third action?
Do I need to do a ride check or?
I don't think at this point a ride check would do much.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want, you can just wait it out, or.
Yeah, I think that's about all I can do right now. So.
Okay. Grom, what do you do?
I do not know. We're in a pickle. I'll try to escape again.
Okay.
Click on my guy here.
Ooh, very nice. All right, so you escape. Your hands are free.
My hands are free. There's only the door. There's no like barred windows or anything of that nature.
I mean, there's these slats. You could maybe disconnect your baby brother, and he could jump into the quicksand through the bars. But you would have to do squeezing, which in Pathfinder 2 is a very tough thing to do because you move very, very slow. But you could try it if you'd like.
Can I try? Can I try and pick the door locks without?
Yeah. Well, without any lockpicks, do you have anything that you could improvise as a lockpick?
Do you want to borrow a bone?
Sure. Can I borrow a bone?
Skeleton key.
All right. So you would. She's right next to you. So
Right. If you can take a bone off of you, why don't you just take off your hands?
I didn't think that far ahead. Okay.
You're asking the big questions here. All right. So let's see. So thievery to disable a device. Some devices require the use of thieves' tools when disabling them. So this would be an improvised tool, which I don't know. Pathfinder kids they're just gonna stop watching this immediately because I'm just gonna keep doing shit like this the whole campaign. I would say you could do it, but I'm gonna raise the DC by 5.
Oh, there we go.
Hand him a finger bone.
All right, so you could feel your finger being stuffed into this lock. You know that he's got the skills, and if he was using a lockpick, he might have made some progress here. But the fingy bone just ain't cutting it with that higher DC.
Want a rib bone instead?
Is this like an attack where if I try a second time?
No. With lockpicking, you can just keep trying. But this lock requires 3 successes before it will open.
Did you say there were other people in here besides us, or just?
Nope. There's the five of you, and then your baby brother and Chicken.
Is there some way to lighten?
Chicken is still bound, by the way. Their little wings are bound with rope. So.
I'll spend an action untying Chicken.
So your action economy is full, sir, because you escaped, you grabbed an item, and then you tried to pick a lock.
Roger, right.
All right.
And the name's not Chicken, it's Chimkin.
Jet Ree, you're up.
All right. Is there anything in this wagon that's like loose and not nailed down that is just dead weight?
You could. Yeah. You know what? Give me a crafting check.
I'm dead. Wait.
Check. Check.
Where would that be?
It'd be under your
there it
skills. Yep.
Check. There you go. The 12.
A 12. I mean, as far as wagons go, it seems pretty sturdy and well built.
Okay.
You do realize that the cage bars are on the top and all the sides, but that the floor is made of wood, not made of metal.
That's good. But I know exactly what's underneath the floor.
Right.
Uh,
Alright, you have 2 Pac-Mans left.
2 Pac-Mans left. You know what? I see him messing around with the door, and I'll just be like, "Here, let me give it a try."
Okay.
With the bone fingers.
Do you consent to having the fingy passed? Okay.
Sure.
Alright. So 1 Pac-Man to take the fingy, and then 1 Pac-Man to try the lock.
And what type of...
The lock is normally a DC 17, but since you're using a finger bone, it's going to be a DC 22.
DC 22.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's see, is there a basic thing for this?
You would use thievery.
Thievery.
I don't think that's what they meant by pass the joint.
Nice.
Right. Thievery. Well, I would not be clumsy because I don't have anything, no gear on. So,
oh, right.
okay.
Yeah. So we'll ignore that -1. Okay.
I think you can just right click it off of your.
So here's first thievery.
Okay.
Oof.
That's pretty damn close.
It is close. I honestly heard something about succeed at a cost, but I was also missing the computer.
Oh, so if you fail by one, by one, that's the range. You can succeed at cost, but then you draw a fumble card, and then we make the worst possible result apply to what you're doing.
Okay. No, I'm good.
Okay. You remember the fumble cards from Skull Shackles? Okay. All right.
Here we'll go. Second attempt.
That would actually be it because it was 1 to do the crafting
to
check.
grab the thing.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So Dino's turn. What are you commanding the Dino to do?
Charge ahead! Get the hell out
All right.
of here.
All right. This is going to be with a +1. Here we go. Oh yeah! All right. So he pulls himself even further out. Good shit, man.
Now, does that take him up to waist level again?
Yes. Yep. So if anything, you've bought yourselves more time. All right. Bring it like there. All right. Sweet. And then he has 2 more actions. I think he'll just keep trying. Here we go. That is another success.
Hell yeah!
Oh, you magnificent animal.
All right, so he's free. If only he could break free of these. The wagon, he could just leave you guys and head back to town. Fantastic. All right.
Action.
He's gonna try again. This one's gonna be at -10 though. But if he pulls this off, you guys are out of the quicksand. All
Come
right.
on, Nat 20.
Here we go.
Oh!
Yeah! Look at him go!
All right. Pulls you all the way up and out. Now you're just strapped in the wagon.
So change of plans. I'm now gonna have a Carnosaur. I'm gonna have a Pachycephalosaurus.
Nice.
Love this animal.
That's incredible. All right. So Muglin running. Henry.
All right. I guess he doesn't have to do his plan of trying to shove the dinosaur. So I guess he will just go with his original thing, which, as strong as he is, apparently doesn't know how to break open anything. So he's gonna try to force his way out first.
Well, you're the biggest guy, so they actually tried hard to tie you up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's gonna try again. All right.
There you go. Okay. So you finally tear the ropes free.
All right. And then let's see. Looking around. I mean, is it possible to just start stomping on the floor here?
Yeah.
All right. What would that be for an action?
That would either be a force open, of which you would need 3 successes to bust through the floor, or you could just attack it with a unarmed strike and try to deal enough damage through the floor. Probably better to take the force open route.
Yeah, probably, even with the penalty. All right, so yeah, he just starts just trying to stomp through the boards.
Now, does that have map?
Yes, yeah, each one would be... Oh, beautiful. I'll count that as 2 successes.
Gosh, we're so strong.
Yeah, see, now he's got it. He's got it. He's just rage punching, or yeah, I guess stomping through. This is gonna be terrible. I don't think -10. I mean, you get great fish,
You can
but
nat 20, you know?
Did nat 20 again, yeah.
yeah, he's an angry boy. He's just gonna he's angry right now at least.
Oof. All right, so yeah, so you bring your foot down, and apparently you didn't bring it down the right spots, and you just, yeah, you feel that all the way up your leg.
Yep. Yeah, he just grabs onto his legs, it's splintered, and he just collapses for a moment, punching metal.
Damn. Okay. All right. Where did you go, Henry? Did your mini get deleted?
I see it. I don't know.
No, he's just
it.
buried. He's just buried.
Oh, you're just
underneath.
buried under all these people? Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. All right. I think I took you out of initiative when I was getting rid of people. All right. And then that brings us to Jerry.
I see my friend over there that I have now met almost through. I was gonna shoot this lock off, but I feel like he's got the better idea now.
Okay.
So, can I make a crafting check in order
Okay.
to try to force this open?
Yes. Based on the damage that's already done, I would say a crafting check. You just gonna find looking for the weak spot to sort of collapse the rest of it. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll look for the weak spot to collapse the rest of it, and I can shoot.
Okay. So in order to bust through the floor, the DC is an 18.
It's easy.
Okay.
Do that in my sleep.
It's a nice sturdy wagon. God damn. All right. So you analyze the damage that's done. You kind of walk over. You give one firm stomp, and the bottom of the wagon falls out, and you guys drop into the sand below the wagon.
We make sure it's not quicksand.
Right.
Double check and make
You are
sure.
you are right at the cusp of some
Yeah,
quicksand.
maybe we should wait for the guy to get over here a little bit.
Oh,
more.
okay. So as you bust open the floor, and it threatens to spill everybody out, everybody kind of leans back against the bars, grabs onto the cages, and unless you want to fall out, I'm gonna say that you have enough stuff to hold on to. You don't fall out yet. All right.
Is everyone free of their binds?
I think Chimkin's the only one tied up still.
Oh, Chimkin. I'm gonna try to break out Chimkin.
Okay.
Would this be a map though, I think, technically.
Yeah, because you use your crafting to, attack something essentially. Yeah.
Alright, Chimkin, you're still in there.
Okay.
You're doing great, buddy.
Chimkin seems surprisingly chill about all this, honestly.
I'm going to get my joint back from
Okay. Alright, and then with your last Pac-Man, you retrieve your fingy.
Yep.
Alright.
To be fair, he's got an intelligence of 2, so unless he's told otherwise, it's kinda
Yeah. Alright, going into round 4, Clutch.
we're gonna just try to continue trying to get him to move.
Alright, so give me another handle animals or whatever the hell they call it in this game. Ooh, yeah. It's not listening to you. It is tasting freedom. It is ready to get the fuck out of here.
That's okay.
Alright.
Alright.
It's not a critical failure though, so the animal's hesitant or resistant, it does nothing. So you could try again, right? You can keep spamming it until you get a critical failure. Ooh, yeah, not listen. It's done its job. It's done its job. It's letting out long bleeding honks into the night. Hopefully not attracting desert predators. Ooh, alright, that'll do it. Alright, the creature snaps its head to attention and it hears you. Alright. Grom, to you.
Alright. I will try and free Chimkin.
Okay.
Read
Can
the
I just
boy.
untie him, or do I have to do the...
Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. Your hands are free. So I'm assuming that you just untie shit? Yeah, use an action to untie him.
Sleight of hand.
Alright.
Or...
Yeah, what yeah, that sounds good.
And,
But thievery, that's what's got all the sleight of hand stuff is under thievery, right?
Yeah. I mean, they are not. I don't know. I'd say since we're in combat, yeah. Give me nah, you know what? We just say you freeze Chimkin. That's fine. Yeah, okay.
beyond that, I will try and look out the slats to see where the giant centipede is and all that sort of stuff.
All right. Give me a seek. Yeah, give me a seek action.
Seek action.
Okay.
Click on my guy. Seek.
Ooh, that's a good seek. So you do not see in the dimness of the night, but you hear the sounds of Megaraptors shrieking and the even louder screams of the Titan Centipede as it chases down its prey. You also hear, coming from the north, what sounds like the thunderous footfalls of a huge creature.
There's something big coming from the north, folks. I have no idea. I'll try and figure out what it is, if that's possible.
Okay, give me a
Closer.
knowledge nature. Holy shit. Okay, so even though you can't see it, you have heard such beasts before in the deserts and on the streets of Alkenstar. You are pretty sure it is an Ankylosaurus. So a mace-tail behemoth, as it were.
Those eat goblins,
Most
don't they?
friendly.
They are plantosauruses.
Is that what's that?
I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Turn.
In Alkenstar, they are domesticated, and they are like the next step above the Pachysaurus that is pulling your wagon. They're like the industrial version of that.
Possible.
So we don't
this
have
is-
to kill it.
This is a wagon or something maybe coming?
Maybe.
Alright.
All right. Play passes to Jet Li. Or Jet Re, excuse me.
Jet Re.
Yeah.
I see that Clutch has been directing this animal to pull us out. So I like tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, this way. Tell the animal to go this way, over this, somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell him to do.
Okay.
I hope he's
Anything
paying
else?
attention.
Anything else for your turn?
Let's see. When I look down, is there still sand like swirling?
Yeah. You know what? Go ahead and give me a survival check, and we'll see if it shows up hidden. I don't know if that nature check. I think nature check didn't show up hidden, so I don't know if my stuff's showing up hidden for you guys or not. But
This would say public roll.
okay, yeah, make it hidden, because if you get it wrong by too much, it could be misinformation.
I still ended up seeing it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So you are unsure if you're far enough away, if it would be
Just
safe
too
to
dark.
drop out. Yeah.
All right. Like,
Well, the sand is definitely shifting below the wagon, so you don't know if you're far enough out that you wouldn't be sucked in by the quicksand or not.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay put.
All right. Dino's turn. Dino is not in the quicksand, but something attached to the dino is in the quicksand, so it is going to try to, pull him in. So here we go. But that is enough. He is going to pull you guys all the way out. And now you could definitely fall out of the wagon floor. And that would end initiative if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
All right.
And then I immediately climb in because I don't want to be in the sand.
Okay. So, the desert is relatively quiet now that all is over. You hear the rustling and sifting of the sand behind you. You can't hear the fleeing criminals, but occasionally you hear a blood-curdling scream from the Titan centipede. Within moments, you, Grom, see the source of the sound, and you see that it is in fact an Ankylosaurus, and the Ankylosaurus is pulling a wagon behind it. The wagon has many individuals on it. There is also a catfolk riding on a mega raptor alongside it. A dark-skinned dwarf who is sitting next to a green-skinned gerblin calls out to you from across the way, and she says, "Hey now, don't shoot. We're here to help." And
Jericho lowers her gun.
yeah, Jericho, you recognize her as your friend, Phoebe Dunsmith, owner of the Barrel and Bullet Saloon.
Well, I'll raise a hand up and a greeting. Howdy, Phoebe. Fancy meeting you out here.
Oh, it's fancier than you think. Seems you all are able to take care of yourselves, though. Best I could offer now is just a ride back to town. Maybe a hot meal.
I'm sure we'd be glad to accept, but can you give us a moment? We got some supplies that got dropped off.
She nods, and you see that they are whispering to each other. Looking over, you see a blue-furred catfolk. You see Phoebe Dunsmith. You see a gerblin. He's not actually juggling these bottles right now, but that's what he does at work. He's a big fan of cocktail. You see a gnoll. Its eyes kind of glowing a bit in the darkness, and you see a half orc tiefling Holy shit. She looks like some kind of badass biker, mercenary bounty hunter. All clad in black leather, strapped with weapons. All right.
Good job steering there, Clutch.
Glad to be
other-
assistance.
Is this
I'm
the
trying
other-
to calm down the packy. Trying to.
Oh yeah,
reassure
the packy is leaning in for loves and scritches, and you know innately that this creature is so fucking relieved that it didn't die tonight.
Familiar with Clutch's face, but I don't recognize most of you others. But I can assume that you crossed the wrong person.
This would be a great time for the establishing shots, since you're not all like crowded in the cage. So as you say that the faces aren't familiar, what is Jericho Darling's establishing shot now that they are free of the wagon?
Jericho Darling is probably putting away her arquebus. It is a rifle-looking contraption with many gears and cogs on it, probably more than is necessary. Now she's putting it away. Most apparently, she is made of bone. She is a skeleton that has like faint trails of smoke and flames just flickering off her arms. She primarily wears bright red, adorned with a very nice bright red cap. And she is just putting away her invention with delicate care. And probably waiting for... She saw the Gerblin run off to go grab the things, so... Probably waiting for the Gerblin to return.
Okay. Speaking of the Gerblin, the camera goes to follow Grom. What's the establishing shot of Grom?
Grom is dusting himself off, and from somewhere he pulls a cigar out and puts it in his mouth and realizes he doesn't have any way of lighting it. But then you see peeking out from like his chest almost, little face sticks out of there. Looks like a even sadder version than Grogu from the Star Wars show. And he flicks a match and lights a cigar for him. And Grom looks at this new group that has showed up with a analytical eye, trying to figure out what's going to happen now. That's pretty much Grom. He doesn't look quite that cute, though. Maybe.
Oh, okay, okay.
He looks sort of like that, but like a sadder version of it.
Even sadder. Oh my god. Well, I don't have time to Photoshop that for you. But... All right. The camera then pans back over to Jet Ree. So what do we see? What's the establishing shot of this boy in the faint moonlight in the mana waste?
Okay. He's dusting himself off after getting out of the sand. He's about 5'9", with long white hair. He wears a mask over his face. He's looking for his other bandana that he was tying around his head that fell off in the sand. And it's dark and he can't find it. And he's like doing a pat down. He's like, all right, got my sling. I got some bullets. Nope, no playing cards. I don't got anything. He's just like patting himself down, trying to find all this stuff.
All right. As you're doing that, the camera pans over to Henry Ironside. What do we see now that you're freed from your bonds?
Oh, all right. You see a well-built man whose frame has been crafted from years of labor. Behind his work-worn face is a warmth that can be found in his eyes. He does not have any of his items, so you don't see any of the striking, the models or anything like that. But just basically a very laborer's worn man, who's just looking out at this at the various companions at the moment, taking it all in and prying off a piece of the broken wood as some defensive weapon in case it's needed.
All right, fair enough. And as the camera passes over this very relieved Pachysaurus, what is the established shot of Clutch?
Clutch is a lizard folk, very husky kind of lizard folk. His reptilian half looks, the reptilian parts of him look similar to that of a bearded dragon. And he's got a bowler cap on.
Nice. All right.
He's extremely comfortable around dinosaurs and the like.
Can we get
yeah.
an establishing shot of Chimkin,
Oh yeah, what is the established shot of Chimkin?
please?
Chimkin is a oviraptor type dinosaur, and he has this kind of blank look to his face, almost like Hey from Moana if he was a dinosaur.
Okay.
Just kind of like a paranoid, frazzled look, but somehow calm at the same time, like he doesn't have a care in the world.
Nice.
Just kind of twitching and head constantly
I'm a little
moving around.
jealous. A little jealous of Chimkin, honestly. All
I think
right.
we all are.
So, what next? You said you were going to collect your gear that conveniently fell off the back of that Triceratops?
Yeah, I think Grom scuttled over to go snatch it.
Okay. Yeah, so it is conveniently like a video game. All of the equipment that was taken from you that they did not have time to divvy up, except each of you had one really cool thing that one of the bad guys took. And you could decide what that is and message me. But you do find that the coolest thing you had is gone. The DM said you could start with like a fucking level 4 or 5 magic item or something, and it's fucking gone. It's terrible.
You did?
So- No, I didn't say that. But I'm saying like it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent. You had something
okay.
something really cool, and they took it.
Okay.
You know, insult to injury. Like on top of everything else, they took your coolest thing.
So you mean out of the existing items in our inventory?
No. I'm saying like
Okay.
Yeah. Like storytelling wise, like something even cooler than your starting equipment that was
Gotcha.
that you story wise always had with you. It could be like an heirloom weapon or a rare formula that you never got a chance to try out, something like that. But they took it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just to add more insult to injury. So
Gotcha.
I could have taken the Dom Odyssey approach and actually told you could have had it to start the game and then taken it away from you. But I'm not that mean, so Dom.
Hey,
Anyways, all right.
looks like they stole something really important to me. Oh no.
All right. So Phoebe calls over and she says, "Now then, you got everything you need? Because these man and waste, they ain't no place for civilized folk. And it's a long way back to Alkenstar."
Can you give us a ride?
Of course. Though it seems like your wagon's faring pretty well, all things considered. And as she says that, the wheels fall off the wagon and it just fucking collapses. She says, I stand corrected.
Clutch, do you want to take your new friend here back with us?
Yep.
Right. Jericho will unhitch him from the wagon.
All right.
And I think she is going to push the cart into it.
You gonna push the cart into the quicksand? All right.
Yeah. Just in case if they come back, and they see it.
Oh, shit. That's some big brain thinking. All right.
And I'm not going to worry about our footprints. I'm sure
All right.
the winds will blow that away.
It takes forever, but eventually the cart is sucked down the vortex. The ground rumbles, and you hear like a long fart come out from the vortex of quicksand.
Take care of that.
All right. So her saloon, the Bullet and Barrel, is pretty popular place. Or sorry, the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. So there's a good chance that most of you have probably been there before. But the Barrel and Bullet Saloon is down a minor side street in the grimy, smog-clogged Ferris Quarter of Alkenstar. It's squat, nondescript, two-story building whose weathered sign reads the Barrel and Bullet Saloon, drinks, meals, fireproof rooms. It's got dingy white plaster and off-centered porch that encourages the refined guests to look elsewhere. But if you could look past how grungy and run down the place is, it is a warm and welcoming environment. And the rocking chairs on the porch are mighty comfortable. It does serve a lot of alcohol. Generally, if you listen to the video, people in Alkenstar, especially the more industrial folk that just work all the time, they like to keep a level head. They like to keep their energy levels up. They like to stay focused. So they're really into tea, coffee, and soda over alcohol. But there are still people that every now and then you kind of want to literally wind yourself down, and so there is still a business for alcohol within the city. But any saloon is always going to serve coffee, tea, soda in addition to alcohol. So, also the people of Alkenstar, they're very into uppers. So there's a thriving drug trade for drugs that would give you energy, allow you to work longer hours, give you hyper focus, that kind of thing.
Wants energy drinks.
All right. Oh yeah, they love energy drinks for sure.
Oh,
yeah. All right. So you can decide for yourselves if you knew these people ahead of time, but they all give you guys a quick introduction during the 10 plus hours it's going to take to get back to town, which we're just going to skip because this is just an introduction to the campaign. And I don't want to roll 10 hours worth of mana waste encounters for first level characters and end the campaign too early. So, you got Phoebe here, just fucking badass. Look at how she's got this axe rifle and also a mug at the same time. Shotgun shells in her bar apron. Peak design. You've got Nicol Burnwater. He is assistant bartender and a sneak. So he is frequently gathering information, maybe pilfering a few pockets here and there. You got Boomer Boomshanks. Boomer Boomshanks is a Knoll alchemist who specializes in explosives and bombs and detonators. He works out of Phoebe's garage, which is attached to the stable on the same property as the saloon. You've got Waysilm Davril. She is a bounty hunter, but she basically uses the Barrel and Bullet Saloon as her base of operations, and she is such a regular that she's basically family for Phoebe and her wife, who is at home because she's not going to go out to the mana waste in the middle of the goddamn night. And then you've got Urshap. Urshap doesn't say much. He's the bouncer for the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. He likes working out and muscles, both to eat and to build. All right. So now that everybody knows each other, you ride in the wagon / walk through the desert all the way back to town. When you arrive, Phoebe offers you free room and board so that you can sleep off the exhaustion of travel, and says that she will wake you in the afternoon, but please don't step out on her because she needs to talk to y'all. Okay. So do you have any questions for her on the 10-hour trek back to town?
I would just be wondering what she's doing out here.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
yeah,
very
fair.
fortuitous that she was coming out this way.
Okay. So she says, well, there's no sneaking anything past you. Nah, we followed them, no good, well, I don't like to use such colorful language, but, those vile little cocksuckers, all the way out of town, and when they got spooked by that centipede, we knew we had a chance to try to save you. You see, I got a grudge against those two, Lovelace and Mugland, and I'm putting together a team to really stick it to them. I heard, through the grapevine, that you all had your own individual reasons for wanting to stick it to them. So I thought maybe we could stick it to them together.
Sounds good to me.
I can give you folks a place to lie low, and I have many connections and resources that we could bring to bear to make life very uncomfortable for those two.
What did they do to you?
Oof. What didn't they do? I'm a businesswoman trying to make a living in this city. I'm a law-abiding citizen that pays her taxes. And yet, I have to deal with corrupt shield wardens. I gotta deal with unscrupulous business tactics from my competitors. I gotta deal with my friends, family, and loved ones constantly living in fear of the abuse of power those two gobbling up like a pair of hungry hippos from the Stradi Basin. I'm done. I'm putting my fucking foot down.
And so you think we're the best ones to help you with that?
Well, I think that you are the most motivated. And I find that where skill is lacking, motivation can see something through to the end.
Can't
Grom
argue with
will
that.
help you put your foot down.
All right then. I am curious just what you all did to deserve such royal treatment. Normally, Muglin just feeds those bodies that he needs gone to his lug boots, but he wanted to make sure you got taken care of extra special. Anything you'd like to share?
I refuse to do business with him. He didn't like that.
But why would that warrant such a... interesting.
He wanted me to smuggle some goods out. I wouldn't allow it.
Oh, so you stood up to him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Didn't like how he treated his critters.
If you don't like that, well, you better not meet the arena master he's got in his back pocket. Oof, the atrocities that man has committed against the innocent creatures that fall under his care makes my stomach churn.
Let me guess. Grackroot?
Yeah, Frank Grackroot. It seems that anything Muglin touches just becomes more sinister and corrupt than it was before. Used to be such a great athlete, then he just... I don't know, power corrupts, I suppose. He's willing to do anything, say anything, to kill anything, to make a little bit more coin from the audience. Shame. Well, we got a long ride, but I'll put you up nice, and we'll figure things out once you gotten a bit of rest.
Sounds good to me.
So, you arrive at the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. It is, at that point, like, God, it's probably almost noon. We'll say 10:30, 11. That way you can get like, like maybe 6 hours of sleep before they want to have this meeting. All right. So let me grab your characters. Let's see. And your familiars. There we go. And I'll put your Pachysaurus out back in the stables. Wonderful. They got a spot for him. Okay.
Nice.
And I'll bring you over to the map. Let's see. Barrel. All right. All right, so this module does have sound and on occasion music built in. So you can control that with a music tab in Foundry. It's in the top right. Looks like a music note. So mileage may vary. I'm still gonna use Discord for most of the music, but it's there as an option. All right, you guys sleep, I hope, rather soundly, or whatever the skeletons do, and you awaken to the sounds of a rowdy early evening crowd at an Alkenstar saloon. All right. So, as you come on down the stairs, you see that the place is packed. There are people everywhere of all persuasions. There's a fine game of cards going down there in the southern part of the establishment. You see Lulu Gold Rush. Love is tending the bar with Phoebe. Phoebe leaves her station at the bar and struts up to you guys and says, "Whoa now, you sure you want to be showing your face in public, right?"
No, because you can't see my face.
We have a private room we could go
Yeah, why don't we do that? And she leads you over here. She opens the store for you.
The store? Or did I go in the wrong
Yeah,
place?
just right through there. Yeah, there you go. All right. Whew. Okay. First off, you're gonna need these because there's wanted posters all over the place of you folks. And she produces 5 cowboy hats. The cowboy hats are discount hats of disguise. The reason that they're discount is they randomly generate an appearance when you put them on, and then that is the appearance that they will use until the next dawn.
Oh, wow, that's Thank you, Phoebe. I appreciate you looking out for us like that.
There you go. When you're wandering around town, now you'll be able to, disguise yourself. So I will add those to your sheets.
Can I put it on now?
Yeah, if you want.
Just to see what happens.
Okay. Let's see. So they don't have one for Chimkin. Chimkin does have a wanted poster, so that might be a problem. I don't know. Probably not. I think most dinosaurs all look the same, so it should be okay.
You gave me
There's
2.
probably lots of them running around.
You want me to delete one? Because you gave me 2.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. All right. Did everybody get one?
I got one.
All right.
It doesn't look like there's one on my sheet.
Okay. Let me see. I'll throw it on there. Boop. All right. So you go now?
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. So when you put it on, the illusion generates for you, Jericho Darling, and let's see. There you go.
Oh wow! Don't I look gorgeous?
Phoebe nods at you, says, "Yeah, that's one tall glass of milk right there." All right.
You know it.
Can I get you anything? Speaking of tall glasses of milk, coffee, tea, soda, refreshments,
Soda.
breakfast for dinner, a little BFD.
Sarsaparilla soda.
Water.
All right.
Just a tall glass of milk for me.
Okay. So it's worth mentioning that the water in Alkenstar is filtered, but it's like just the flattest, like zero flavor. If water could have even less flavor than it already does, that's like the Alkenstar water supply. So, okay. So she takes everybody's orders for drinks and asks about dietary needs, then heads out to grab some food, leaving you guys to your own devices.
Alright. Well, if we're gonna be working together, I'd appreciate if we all at least knew each other's names.
I am Grom, and this is Pepito, my brother. He's shy
Jericho
though.
looks you up and down, and then looks at Pepito.
He's
That is
very,
one interesting brother you got there.
he's very afraid of dinosaurs. My grandfather told him stories about dinosaurs eating goblins in the Mana Wastes.
Is he in your stomach?
He's in my body, my torso. He's sort of
That's-
attached, but he can unattach himself.
I like
He
it.
likes to stay in there though. Safe. I'm an alchemist of Bry. Though not currently a Bry.
Oh, you one of those holy folk.
I'm not all that holy anymore.
Well, that's good to know. And what about you? And she's gonna turn to her right and look at Henry.
Okay. Name's Henry Ironsides. And he'll hold out a hand to formally shake.
Yeah, she'll shake.
All right. It's a firm shake, but he's not trying to crush your hand. So yeah.
It is unusual because this here dame holds out a fleshy, slender hand, but when you go to shake it, you feel the bones.
Yeah. Probably a little bit of the look of like, but obviously we can tell that there's something disconcerting going on. But yeah. It's like I'm here, same as all of you. Just kind of looks around.
Nice to meet you, Henry.
Nice to meet you as well.
All right. The door opens and Phoebe comes back in, assisted by Aaron Hoffman from the kitchen. Aaron says hi, everybody. Says, I work in the kitchen. And they put down the plates of food and drinks. And then Phoebe says, that'll do, Aaron. And he says, I'll go back to the kitchen. She says, I know you will.
Is that Aaron who works in the kitchen?
Yeah, the same. The one and only. Yep.
Wow, I've heard so much about him already.
Yep. He's been working there since he was 14. All right, so let's get down to business. Right. Now, I know each of you has your own unique reasons for not being fans of our local business tycoon and his corrupt field marshal deputy accomplice. So, we're gonna hit him where it hurts.
The money.
The what? The money, that's right. All right. So, he's got banks, businesses, shell companies all over the city. We don't want to start too big, but we do need to hit him hard while also establishing a suitable nest egg to begin our campaign of vengeance. So, in order to facilitate that, I think we should hit up the Gold Tank Reserve. If you would like to be a smarty pants and already know about the Gold Tank Reserve, you may roll a society check.
A society.
Yeah, isn't that wild? It's a skill called Society. It's basically like the 5e history. It's kind of used for like everything they can't figure out what else to do with it. Jericho, you know that it is a bank. Grom, you can confirm it is a bank.
Damn, that's a bank.
Clutch, it could be a bank. Jet, definitely a bank.
Oops, sorry.
Henry, you never heard of it. All right. So she waits to see if you guys are gonna pipe up and be like, "Well, actually," because that happens a lot in this city, as you could imagine. And when you don't, she just kind of barrels in, and she says, "All right, here's the game. Ambrose Muglin has a decent portion of his funds invested in an old bank called the Gold Tank Reserve. It's a rundown temple of Abadar. You guys know Abadar makes the newspapers. He's also the god of commerce. In Ironside Quarter, mostly used by ranchers and crooked politicians. I happen to know they've sent half their clockwork handlers out for maintenance. And those handlers, they ain't gonna be on the premises till tomorrow night, I believe. Just a minute. She puts on her readers, and she confers with her notes. She says, "Yeah, they're not gonna be back until 5 p.m. tomorrow. So that gives you a window of opportunity of pretty much 24 hours, because it's about 5 in the afternoon right now, to hit this thing up for all it's worth, maybe." And so, as she is saying that, she says, "You bust in, there might be a couple of clockworks left, you get the vault key off the bank manager, you fill up your sacks with gold, and once you're done inside the bank, you just run right out the back. Now, Muglin's got a few crooked shield marshals on his payroll, including fucking Lovelace. Now, she and her goons will be in hot pursuit once the alarm gets sounded. If the alarm gets sounded. Either way, I don't recommend coming back a straightaways. I think you should probably find some back roads way to get back here, you know?"
Do you know of any possible tunnels that might lead back here?
As a matter of fact, I do. There is a scrapyard called the Whalen Scrapyard just west of the reserve, and there's a sewer entrance within. You make it to the sewer entrance, follow this little map I got here. She pulls from her bosom of holding a rough map of the sewers, and you can follow it straight back to me. Now,
Well, that seems easy enough.
don't waste any time trying to pick no locks. If you see something interesting, just bring it along. We'll crack those fuckers open when you get them back here.
Okay.
All right. So, you go to the bank, you get the key off the manager, you open the vault, you load up, you get out of there, hopefully without sounding any alarm.
We got a blueprint of this bank?
That's a great question. I got a map of the sewers, but I don't actually got no blueprints. You could always go by and case it.
Okay.
Though banker's hours, you probably got to hustle on over there. I don't think it's gonna be open too much longer.
So do you think it's best for us to rob this place while it's closed?
Well, I'm gonna leave that up to you. Here's the
You know who
thing.
the manager is.
You got these here hats disguised, so they're not gonna know who's robbing them. So you could go during the day when it's guaranteed that somebody with the key to the vault's gonna be there. And as long as it's before 5 p.m. tomorrow, they're gonna be understaffed on security.
What time does the bank close?
I believe bank closes at 6.
It's 5 right now.
Hmm.
Just be stragglers making deposits and them closing up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the morning or now is the best time when there'd be the least amount of people in the bank.
Do we know the
Yeah.
manager's name? Where he lives?
That is a great question. Yes, I do know the manager's name, and I do know where she lives. Now, don't let the fact that she works at some shithole bank in the shithole part of town make you think that she lives here. No, she's up the sky side. That's going to be a rough place to hit over.
Well, we could always get her in her commute.
And that's a fine idea. Now, there are assistant. She does have an assistant manager as well. Just a second. She's takes out her, adjusts her readers, and she says, "All right. So the bank manager goes by the name. Is a dwarf woman. She goes by the name of Urkham Dresh.
From Crash.
Hmm.
That's the main bank manager.
That's the bank manager, and she is deep in that muggling money.
Hmm.
As corrupt as they come. Now, she's got a assistant named Icy Byron. Byron, he a human fella. He got it real bad for the opiates. But
Ooh.
he manages to keep it together at work. But my contacts say he's hitting up them slow bars every night after work. Slow bar is a bar that serves, opiates and alcohol. It's a place where you go to slow down versus most saloons where you go to get pepped up.
What's
Do
the
we know?
name of the bar he usually visits?
Do we know if he would have the key?
It's not that he could have the key. It's that he could have part of the key set.
Well, I assume that on the occasion that the bank manager can't make it in, that the assistant bank manager would probably have a key to the vault just in case. Wouldn't be a bad backup plan. Or a full plan. Oh, sorry. About that place that they like to frequent. It's over by the old burnt down theater. Martell runs it. What was the name of that place? The Powderhorn Saloon.
Yeah.
That right next to that gun shop?
Oh yeah, it's a fine gun shop for sure.
Alright, so...
You know of the gun shop, Clutch, because he is one of your customers that you sell illegal guns to.
Ah.
His name is Rickard, and his wife is just the sweetest woman in the whole world. She has you in for tea whenever you're selling illegal guns.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ask Miss Phoebe if she happens to have any dyes available, like a dark red or dark black dye.
I could ask the missus. I I don't know. I don't take care of those domestic pursuits.
I figure if I dye my scales, then good enough disguise.
If you think that'll work.
This Urkham. They chauffeured around.
Let's see. Arkham Dresh. She actually owns a clockwork horse. She rides it to and from work every day.
Okay.
Where does she keep Where does she keep that horse? In
Uh,
the
st-
stable at the bank?
They just have a tie out front.
Well, judging by all the information you've given us, I think we could probably fucking lay a plan.
I think
All
going
right.
for Byron is what we need to do. Catch him when he's under the influence and lift the key.
I'll be honest with you. By the time you finish chatting and eating, that bank's gonna be closed. So your chance to get in there today, legally, is pretty slim.
We should at least go and pace the place.
Of course.
So I kind of see two avenues, and I think we should pick one. First one being Urkham Dress herself. She lives Skyside, so she does have to commute to the bank. She's got a horse. We can attempt to sabotage that horse, follow her home before she gets Skyside. Maybe rough her up with-
See. It's
Uh-huh, what's
cool. It's cool that you mentioned sabotage the horse because all clockwork technology, you can use thievery or crafting to what's called wind down the charge. So it's like basically siphoning gas out of a gas tank. Because they actually have to wind this shit with special keys. And it takes fucking forever. So they wind them in the morning, and that gives them charge all day. But you can go in and actually remove the clockwork charges from something so it doesn't function.
Dang. You're
Yeah.
basically the Karen at the grocery store who unhooks somebody's EV.
Well, I'm an inventor, and I'm really good with clockwork and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be something definitely in my wheelhouse to accomplish if we wanted to sabotage the horse. We could follow her back before she gets to Skyside, rough her up, take the key, head back to the bank. Or, as Clutch was saying, we can follow Icy Byron, the assistant manager, back to
Ooh, here, I'll take you guys
Outlaw
over
Saloon.
to... I can take you over to the map here. Alright. I don't know if this map is the... do I have all the labels here? Can you guys see all the labels?
You got some labels.
Okay, so
There's like 5.
Oh, there's like 5? Okay, so you guys can see the barrel and bullet saloon here?
No.
Can't see
No.
that one.
Oh,
I
interesting.
can see the Hotfoot hip drum.
Hmm.
The college
Okay.
temple.
I'm gonna have to make some updates to that map then. All right, what about this map over here? Can you see the labels on this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So let me move your marker over to Bullet and Barrel Saloon, which is right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where would the bank be?
Okay, so the bank is located in the Ferris Quarter. Hold on just a sec. Okay. Old Temple of Abadar, Cloister Freeze, Gold Tank Reserve. Okay. Just give me a sec. Let's see. Oh, right. I have this. It's like an interactive map. Hold on, open it up. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Grumble Saloon, first quarter, old widgets, Pilot Square. Okay. Old widget works warehouse. Man, I feel kind of dumb here. Where is this thing? They've got every other location labeled on the map. Hold on. Okay, I got it. All right. So Ironside Quarter is all the way down here. So it's like a real shithole. Like Steamhaven is already kind of a shithole, and this is like even worse. So yeah, it's
The bank in the Ironside Quarter?
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then where's that where the bar that dude's frequents be at?
over
Yeah,
here.
it's a Powderhorn Saloon right there.
Outer Horns. Okay, here's an idea, guys.
All right, so let me go ahead and add a marker for that real quick.
We case joint, and we hit up the Powder Horn Saloon for information, and get information off this guy. Maybe cut him in on the deal somehow. He won't know who we are, so who's he gonna? He'll give a description of some people that he's never, we don't look like them. Cut him in on the deal, try to get some information. In the morning, we get the manager.
My bad, sorry. Before you get too far into your planning and plotting, you might want to check the whisper sheet. She reaches into her bosom of holding, and she pulls out today's paper, which is the handout. So let me give you that real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. There we go.
It's a lot to read.
Yeah. So these newspapers, the whisper sheets are at the bottom, so that you could kind of tear them off and put them in your pocket, because it's very important that you know where you stand on the magic side of things. Well, you guys don't really use magic, so I guess it's not too big of a deal. But essentially, SG is surge time, BZ is bronze time. When it's surge time, there's 20% more likely to cause wild surges when people are using magic. When it's bronze time, it's 20% less likely that wild surges are going to happen. So the people are always looking out for days that either have no surges and no bronze time, or days that have a lot of bronze time, because those make like good things to practice magic and things like that. Now, over on that side of town, which is Smoke side, the wild magic surge chance is a flat 3. So if you were to go over there during like bronze time, you could use magic without any chance of surges happening, which is huge. It's essentially almost anti-magic at that point. But if you went over there when it was a surge time, there would be a flat 7 on a d20. So 7 or less on d20.
And where does that's like encompassing like all magic? Cantrips, spells.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything that casts magic, essentially. Which is why this, it's so locked down in this town, because they just, like crazy shit happens. So that's why magic users have to be registered with the government and stuff like that. Oh, and also there is a festival tomorrow, the Goblin Flea Market. It's essentially a Goblin Cultural Appreciation Festival. Whether or not that would factor into your plans, I'm just letting you know that that's what's happening. And that's all day tomorrow, and it goes into a little bit past sunset. And that's when they do the fireworks show, and it's over.
That's all day tomorrow, you said.
All day tomorrow?
Yep. And
it's a parade?
It's not a parade, but it is celebrated throughout the city. So there's going to be fireworks set off all day. So the sounds of gunfire aren't going to be very noticeable.
How long would it take to travel from the Powderhorn Saloon to the Gold Tank Reserve Bank?
Ooh, gosh. Let me
Just
see.
sort of on a
I actually think I set the measurement tool to actually work on this map. Let me see. Yeah. So it's actually accurate if you use the measurement tool. So what? 3,200 feet. That's like a mile, right?
Miles 5,000.
Oh, 5,000? Oh, okay. So it's not even like a full mile.
You can
Keep
walk a
running.
mile in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not
So
too
yeah, you
bad.
guys should be able to get across town at a brisk pace. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
maybe scoping out the bank first, and then going to the Powderhorn Saloon to try and. I know you were talking about trying to talk him into helping us. I think maybe just trying to swipe the key off of him might be a better.
Well, I mean, we'd be nice to know like security, and can
I
he
mean, we could
get
just
past
like knock him out
security?
in
He's
time
into
to-
opioids, so there's always that option.
Certainly don't want to tip off that there could be anything going on tomorrow, though.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, if
Mm.
he's at the Powderhorn Saloon, he's gonna be using, so he's gonna be a bit out of it.
So are you guys think we should do this in the morning?
I think if we could get the key right now, we could go and do it tonight. Or would
That
you,
is an
do you
option.
prefer to actually rob the bank, or do you think we'd be better off breaking in and burglaring the bank?
It depends on their security. We don't. I mean, if there's like, real lax security at night, and we know what to avoid.
You guys
Yeah,
could
no
give me a blind crafting check. And we'll use this as a knowledge to see what you know about security bots in the city. Because she did mention something about clockwork handlers, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right, Henry. You're not sure. Jericho. You get a good roll. Grom, you know a little bit. Clutch knows a little bit. Jet, you know a little bit as well. So, let me grab their stats to give you guys a sense of what's going on with them. Let's see. All right. So, the Gold Tank Reserve uses a handler called the Gold Tank Broker. The Gold Tank Broker is a mindless construct. It is clockwork based, so it does have a key to wind it and all that. It has a built-in siren. It has the ability to unspool metal cable and hogtie culprits. They are capable. This is a level 1 adventure. They are capable of attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
And they specialize in grabbing people. So if they hit you with another attack, they can follow it up with a Pac-Man to automatically grab you. And of course, once they got you grabbed, that's when the cable comes out and they start hog-tying you. They can see in the dark. They can create light, and again, they can make a loud siren sound. So it's honestly an amazing security device, really.
Is there just the one there? Do we know?
So they are having most of them taken out for maintenance. I believe she said they might all be getting maintenance. Not sure if they're keeping any on hand.
Thinking that it might be better for us to rob this in the morning. I originally was on board for the night. But, okay, hear me out. This Goblin Festival is happening tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also looking at the news reports, there's mutants and undead have been rallying and doing protests and everything like that for equal rights. What if we can attempt to cause a scuffle, or at least rumors of a scuffle at this Goblin Festival, to warrant more shield wardens and marshals to be attending as security, to get them away from the Ironside Quarter.
Okay.
And if that goblin thing's going on in the morning, might be a better time for a strike when the law enforcement is elsewhere in the city. So even if the sirens go off, there might not be a large police presence nearby.
Hmm.
Let's go go case the joint. At least before it gets too dark.
Maybe
Okay.
while we're on the way, you can unwind her horse so she has to stop on the way to her house.
Yeah, I can do that, but we'd have to do it like tonight. And if we want to go to the powder saloon, it might not be worth it to tip her off or anything that went haywire. We kind of have to pick our target here before we kind of decide what to do, if we want to go after the manager or the assistant manager.
Trying to do it quietly at night is a better way than full on robbing the bank.
But I mean, it's so Wild West crime that, daytime bank robbery.
That's
I'm
true.
just worried about, if we do it at night and those alarms go off, we're gonna have Everfly in the city coming at us.
Already sounds like some shit's going down.
Yeah, I know.
It's just the music.
Yeah, someone is like
He's,
having a bar fight out there.
Well, even if they're over wherever it is, we just determine it takes them a couple minutes to travel across town. Not very long distance.
That's true. That's true. I guess my train of thought would be if they're busy with something else, they might not be aware of the alarm going off.
Noise would help mask.
Yeah,
What
and
we're
if
doing.
those fireworks are going off too, that definitely.
And you wouldn't think twice to like see a crowd, and then when there's already crowds to like pay attention to like another group of people.
Do we know where this Goblin Festival is happening?
It's happening all over town. It's
Okay.
it's like asking where St. Patrick's Day is being celebrated. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, it's go green, love goblins, cultural appropriation. People dress up as goblins. If goblins weren't so like easygoing, it would probably be very offensive. So
Where
it
what would you
also
say?
feels good after thousands of years to be socially accepted by everyone. So I'm sure they're actually pretty cool with it.
What would you say the most population of goblins are?
Oh gosh,
Where's
like
the Bourbon Street of New Orleans?
yeah, goblins. Goblins gravitate. No offense, Grom. Goblins gravitate towards like trashy kind of garbagey places because
Oh,
yeah. They that's where all the best stuff is for free. Because goblins as a species are able to pretty much make anything work. So why would you not live where all the free garbage is that you can basically turn into whatever you need? They also have very strong digestive systems, so it's like free food also. So yeah, that whole district, Smokeside, and especially around like the bank, is just like goblin burrows. So it's
I'm
gonna
liking this better.
be wild for goblins tomorrow.
Yeah,
We could steal stuff we want from everybody else, but we're trying to integrate with this society by not stealing. Just taking leftover stuff.
Mm.
I think we
Yeah,
should do it
exactly.
during the chaos.
Yeah.
I think doing it tomorrow during the morning day when like the festivities are happening might give us a good cover.
We can do what they call in the industry a morning glory.
Between Jericho and I, do we know enough about these gold tank broker clockworks to think we could maybe disable the alarm portion of it?
You feel like they are comfortably within your capabilities. Wink, as far as like level goes. So it's not outside of your skill ability to try and essentially wind them down or disable them.
Yeah, I think between the two of us, we could probably at least get one.
If there are any left on site, because again, they are taking most of them for maintenance.
Yeah.
Like most of them are gone until 5 p.m. tomorrow.
I think my
This
notes
is a
say half.
perfect storm between the Goblin Festival and the security bots being taken out. It's the perfect storm. That's why she wants you to act within the next 24 hours.
Well, if any of you are good
And at this point, she would have left the room, I think, to give you guys, privacy.
talking to people, we could even try and go to where they're working on these things and try and find out if they left any behind.
Well, if we scope out the place, I can be a real Karen about it and try to like be upset about the lack of security and demand where the bots are.
But yeah, no, definitely. In the morning, have scope out the place, and then honestly, I think one of our signals should be when some fireworks go off, and then we act.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so it's not like we're going to go in the morning. We still want to try and get the key for the vault before then? Or are we just going to go there in the morning and...
So without the key, your understanding based on all the information she gave you and the papers and stuff like that, this is a pretty good vault. So it's within your ability, maybe, to get into it, but it could take a long time, and maybe not time that you would have.
Yeah, I think we should try and get it beforehand.
Generally, the way bank vaults work.
The music stops playing, and everyone gets real quiet, and you kind of hear a murmur on the other side of the door. And
Putting on my hat.
Oh, you're putting on your hat? All right, hold on. I'll generate your guy for you.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have a macro that randomizes it. Hold on. Is it? Oh my God, there's so many. Oh my God. All right, hold on.
I better put my hat on too.
I gotta get a macro to just like randomly generate these, because it for you guys. I have one that randomly generates it, but then I still have to manually apply it for you. All right, let's see. Okay, so is everyone putting their hat on?
Yes.
All right.
So
Henry too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Henry, you've transformed. Let's see. Jet. Okay. And Grom. There you go. And Clutch.
But his brother still looks like his brother.
Because technically it's a separate creature, so yes. Well, yeah, I guess one of your tits is Pepito. God damn.
Bosom of holding, you know.
All right. So as you guys quickly put on your hats, you hear, you hear in the other side of the room, the saloon doors bust open. You hear the mechanical clockwork whinny of a clockwork horse, and a woman steps into the establishment and shouts loudly. And she says, I'm looking for a woman. A woman that's wanted by the law. Everybody gets real quiet. She says, you can make this easy and just tell me where to find her. Otherwise, things might get rough. Phoebe approaches her and says, "Now, ma'am, we don't want no trouble around here. There's no criminals here." And then she hears the door open, and you see her shoulders kind of shrink up, and she looks back and sees you guys are disguised, and then her shoulders drop back down. And then Shield Marshal Eva Icer Frost looks over and says, "You there in the red hat, who are you?"
Busy?
"I'm looking for one Pauline Blart. Embezzled a bunch of money from the Screw Marketplace." You see this woman over here, Pauline Blart. She's looking a little cagey. She's looking at the back door like maybe she can make it.
Do we know who Pauline Blart is? Like,
You give me a society check.
So I'll help her out, but if I don't know that's her, then she's on her own.
Oh damn, Jericho, with that natty 20,
Shit. Right.
yeah. You definitely know Pauline Blart. Pauline Blart is a businesswoman of sorts. Always looking for the new angle, the new innovation. Some have whispered that she might, in a few years, be some stiff competition for the likes of Ambrose Muglin and other business entrepreneurs of his standing. She's rising fast through the ranks. She looks like she's getting ready to dash for the door, but Shield Marshal Eva Icer Frost is using that sneak action over and over again, just scanning the whole fucking room.
We got our drinks from Phoebe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do something really dumb, so if anyone else would like to take an action before I do, please, I invite you to do so.
All right.
Is there a door in the back?
There's a door here that leads out to the yard where the wagons and the stables and Boomer's bomb factory are. All right. Pauline breaks. Just start running for the door.
Jericho throws her glass of milk.
You throw your glass of milk? Where do you throw it?
I'm gonna throw it at the Shield Marshal.
Oh my god! All right. All right. Go ahead and give me a roll.
I need to roll.
Yeah.
I can make a dex, or would this be a thrown weapon? I guess technically.
Yeah,
right?
this would be a thrown weapon. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make an unarmed attack.
Okay.
I don't have the same modifiers. Using my strength. Oh, I rolled it secretly.
Okay. So with a 12, trying to cover a distance of 40 feet with your glass of milk, you throw it, and the milk glass lands here, shatters.
Use a hero point.
Oh, you want to use a hero point? Okay. Yeah, I mean the session's almost over, so yeah.
I'm gonna just re-roll it unblind because I can't see it. So.
Okay.
Roll.
All right. So with an 18, the intent is much more noticed. You throw the glass, and it lands right here on the floor. Approachable human looks down at the milk. It looks up at you. Shield Marshal Eva Icer Frost looks over at you like, "Did you just throw a fucking glass of milk at me?" The distraction is all Pauline Blart needs to slip out the back.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It slipped. Greasy fingers.
Ooh, okay. Give me a deception. Or a performance, I guess.
They're the same.
Okay.
So. Yeah, my fingers that are greasy.
She starts walking towards you.
I point at the door.
Uh-huh.
And I'll say, "Look, it's the wanted guy.
The guy.
Ironsides. It's that Henry Ironsides guy."
Oh shit! Holy shit! Okay. So
Pointing out
give me,
here.
yeah, give me a deception. Oof. You may want to use a hero point if you have it.
I will use a hero point.
Okay. On these secret rolls, do you want, like, if I know you still have hero points, do you want to be alerted that you might want to use one, or do you just always want secret rolls to just let them ride?
I feel like your reaction is an indication of how we did.
All right, give me a freshie. Okay. So as you point out the window, people murmur and they say, "Henry Ironside, that man crushed his own brother's skull with a sledgehammer." And then there's a lot of rumor mongering. The shield marshal looks out the front, doesn't see him. She looks around, and with all the hustle and the bustle, the confusion, she looks around. She doesn't see Jericho anymore, and she says, "Listen here, Dunsmith. Better not be harboring any fugitive. If you are, I'd love to see this place burnt to the fucking ground." And she tips her hat. She heads out.
Henry will be crushing the railing here.
Yeah, somebody nearby is like, this guy looks over at you, and he makes a face like, "Damn, that's a strong woman." As he hears like the railing like creaking under your very iron grip.
Yeah, and then Henry will just kind of let off as he kind seen, and we've already caused enough of one. Just kind of and just kind of wanders back in, kicks a chair.
All right. With her absence, and the life of young Pauline Blart saved, the music resumes. The banter and the fine evening continue. All right. So, I guess you guys get back to planning.
Well, that was an event. Where were we?
Were you trying to blind her with your milk? From 40 feet away?
Well, if you think about it, milk is just like liquid bone. And I thought maybe it would like be an intimidation tactic if you just threw like a bunch of liquid bone at her. And it worked. So
It was a learning experience. Hopefully.
Yes.
yeah. That went perfectly. Nice job, Baru.
Yeah, Henry was out there.
So, I have an idea.
Okay.
Why don't I follow the assistant manager on our horse just to see what her route is? Because she's probably going to take the same route coming and going.
Manager or assistant manager?
Is the assistant manager the one on the horse?
Yeah,
No.
the manager has a horse, and she rides it back to Skyside each evening. If you want to catch her to trailer, you definitely want to get a move on.
Yeah, I think we need to get a move on in general to case the place. Can we
Okay.
talk on the way? Can we?
Yeah, sure.
Mosey and chat.
All right.
Those
Yeah.
in chat.
All right. So, you guys head on over to the Gold Tank Reserve. All right.
Yeah, I'll take the packy so I can ride it to keep up with the mechanical horse just in case.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. If we get a route at least up to Skyside, that's a good idea, and then we head over to the powder saloon to see if we can nick the key off the assistant manager. At least.
Yeah.
Possible to do a society roll to see what I know about security in Skyside. Is his defective cowboy hat gonna be enough?
Yeah, that would be a society to see what you know about Skyside security. Ooh, okay. So you know that Skyside is where all the rich people live, all the business owners, the entrepreneurs, the investors, the patrons of inventors and artists and artisans and all that. As such, they have both government security and private security that keeps an eye on Skyside. Crime is very low on Skyside because, for the most part, it ain't worth the hassle. When surge days are particularly bad, and the weather is threatening to, rain poisonous snakes or skeletal elephants begin to rise out of the ground and maraud through the streets, just random wild magic weather stuff, they will pull almost all of the security from Smokeside over to Skyside, because that's how important the rich people are. Which leaves Smokeside with no security, no cops, no guards during crazy wild magic weather. So yeah, it's a totally different game over on Skyside as far as the level of security protection they have. As far as seeing through illusions, it depends what kind of home security she's got. It's not an ability of a standard issue security bot, but if she is as wealthy as your guys' patron Phoebe is saying, then she might, but it's hard to say. All you know for sure is that security is going to be heightened and better over in Skyside.
I mean, here's the thing, though. If we're just planning on going in and taking stuff while it's at the bank's open, why don't we just let the key be there and just take it from her when we're already there?
It might not be easy to do. She might. That's time we have to spend trying to convince her to give it to us. We could go to the guy that's stoned and just see if he has a key and take it. That would
Make it off of them. Yeah.
be really easy.
Yeah, I think we should take the key off the stone guy, and if we're gonna do it in the morning, the manager will be there anyway. So we can just beat the shit out of her and take her stuff.
All right, so you guys head over. It is getting on in the day, so it is kind of dark. There we go.
I essentially just wanted to find her route through Smokeside. I'm not worried about doing it through High Side because there's no way Skyside. There's no way we're gonna be able to stop her there.
Yeah. I got you.
Intercept her on the Smokeside route.
So can you guys see the map here?
Yes.
All right, so you can see it's honestly like the size of a fucking PNC IRL. It's it's a single story building with several rooms inside. The vault, you would assume, is probably near the back of the building, based on the fact that they've got this kind of shitty courtyard leading into the front. Being an old temple, you imagine at some point there were maybe some rooms for the clergymen, probably here, and that everything else would have had to be renovated to kind of make it into a bank. You do see that the bank is closed, but you do not see any Clockwork Guardians posted. There are people coming and going on the streets.
We are
Just-
normal bank patrons, so I mean, just walk on in. I'm not here for crack.
Are they
Close.
still open?
I think they're closed because it's 6 o'clock according.
Yeah.
the-
By the time you guys got over there, after dealing with that distraction at the town, it is going to be closed down.
Do I happen to see the horse? Try to find tracks of it, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So give me a. Shit, one of the tracks. It's either survival or investigation. I'll take either one.
Now, does the bank close its doors at 6 and stop serving people?
Yeah, it closes doors, so there could be people still inside.
Yeah.
All right. With that survival clutch, you do see that there was a mechanical horse here, and that it has ridden away recently.
I'm gonna try to take after it to see if I can catch up.
Okay. All right.
So, and just so I'll let them know, I'll meet them back up with them at the saloon.
This gnome across the street, this extremely buxom gnome, Jesus. She shouts,
The bank's closed.
What do you mean it's closed? It's 5 o'clock.
I don't think
Very-
so.
We have very important business with money.
Do you
Oh.
know what the manager is?
Oh, yeah, she got out of here in a hurry tonight. She had a clockwork horse. She hopped on. She rode off.
How long ago? We
There was
desperately
a
need to
real skinny guy. He was shouting at her. She left. He looked real upset about something. Something about this ain't fair. I bet
Where
he's
did he
still
go?
inside.
He's
Oh, he
still
went back inside. Yeah, kind of cute for a human. Had a nice long nose.
Thank you, Miss Gnome Lady. Thank you. Yes.
All right.
well, she just kind of continues down the street.
I kind of do that shaking the door thing because I'm very important in this.
Oh,
bank.
nice.
It's closed
Nice. Ooh, okay, give me a performance. Let's see how fucking important you are. Oh no, you turned back to normal. Oh no.
yet. I know it's a couple of us did, and a couple of us didn't, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
And I'll blow. What is the special thing we got from Twitch? I don't understand how that works exactly. The yellow square.
Oh, no, that's not from Twitch. That's from answering the Factspiration question. It just
Oh,
means
okay.
that you get to add a D3 to your roll.
All right. I'll do that now.
Okay.
Add
All
a D3.
So you hear a sigh from inside, and somebody shouts, let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. Listen, we're closed.
You listen. I have very much money to deposit, and I don't feel safe out here. It's just I can't carry it all. It's so much. My life savings.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception.
We'll be right quick. We promise. We're just so afraid out here.
Okay. Also give me a deception.
Can I roll to aid instead?
You may roll to aid, sure.
I'll blow my last. Whatchamacallit if it's not a really
Okay.
very good roll.
Let's see.
Hero point.
Okay. All right. No, yours is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, it may be brought down by.
No.
No, you didn't fail by 10. You didn't fail by 10.
Okay.
Okay. All right. He says, that's all well and good, but we're closed. Sorry.
I will pay you to let me in and deal with this real quick, please.
How much?
How much? Can I have like a society roll to figure out what would appropriate? bribe would
Yeah,
be?
sure.
'Cause I have no idea.
He works at a crime bank and he's hooked on drugs. So, I
Before
mean,
we do probably need to give him money to bribe him if we're not like trying to be.
yeah, you imagine that a bribe of 5 or more gold would probably be required. He definitely would, you know, given that he wants to go buy drugs with it, he'll definitely want at least 5 gold. I mean, 10 would be great.
10 gold.
Do you have 10 gold?
No.
Oh.
That's not a deception.
All right, he's gonna move up to the window and he's gonna peer out at you. And here, I'll reapply your buxom one goblin boobed illusion. All right, so he peers out at you, and he says, "You're a looker.
Thank you.
I guess I don't need to guess how you got all that money."
Yes, from selling drugs.
Whoa! He looks left and he looks right. He says, "Well, why didn't you say so?" And you hear a lot of tumblers going, and he opens the door. And that's where we'll end the session.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't realize we were gonna do the heist right now.
I mean, we're here, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, this is working out better.
Well, 4 of us are here.
Can let us in. Might as well go for it.
Yeah, I mean, opportunity. Literally opened the door, I guess. Man, poor guy. So, I got this adventure before I watched what is it? Deadwood.
Mm-hmm.
And the art of that character, there is a guy on Deadwood who is like a drug addict, and he looks exactly like that. Like that character. So there's a lot of that. Yeah, there's a lot of Deadwood, I think, stuck in here, which is kind of neat. Okay, so I just want to thank you guys for your patience with me. I've been playing Pathfinder every week for like, I don't know how long I've been doing it now. 25, 30 weeks? I don't know how long I've been doing it. But like,
You don't sound like you've been enjoying it.
my brain is so dumb. Like, I'm trying so hard to learn the Pathfinder. I read all the rules out loud so I could I listened to the videos like several times. It's
You're
just
doing
like,
great.
yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
It is. You're doing
Five
We
great.
appreciate it.
5e, you
Yeah.
can just be as sloppy as you want, but Pathfinder, I don't know. I feel like an obligation to try to stay,
You
pretty
can be a little
rulesy.
sloppy. You can
All
be
right,
sloppy.
all right. So, thus we have begun our adventures in Alkenstar as outlaws. So with Phoebe Dunsmith as your apparent patron, you guys can begin your campaign of vengeance against those who have framed you, stolen from you, and maybe murdered your brother with a triceratops. So yeah,
No, I heard
and
that was Henry.
and taking your really cool thing, and they took your really cool thing.
I don't know what they
So-
took, but I'm angry about it.
Yeah.
My other twin brother.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You kept him in a jar in your backpack. Oh man.
What
hmm?
level are those, by the way? I think I missed it when you said it. If you want
Oh,
to actually take an item.
I said like a level 4 or 5, magic
Sure,
item.
sure.
Yeah. It could be a level 4 or 5 magic item or the equivalent. On that note, once you do have some spending money, you are in a metropolis essentially. So you will have access to common and uncommon items of the appropriate level. Because nobody gives a shit about magic items are going to level up slower. So you're not even going to get like second level magic items to buy in town until you're like 4th level. But alchemical stuff and non-magical stuff, you would be able to get higher level faster. But there aren't any like vendor NPCs because there's just everything's just pretty much available because there's so much commerce here. So when you are ready to start buying things, you're just gonna say, hey, I want to buy this, and you'll be able to get it. Anything that's rare though would be more involved. But you should be able to track down common and uncommon goods within your own level easily. Alchemical stuff up to 2 levels higher than your current level. So if you're kind of you're planning ahead and stuff like that. All right. So I guess quick announcements. Cyberpunk Red tomorrow. No Abomination Vaults. Wednesday we're going to continue 4-player Baldur's Gate 3 co-op. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall continues. A lot of interesting things happening in that game, so kind of excited to see what happens with that. Friday, I don't think anything's going on. Saturday morning, Outlaws of Alkenstar, high noon. If you are tempted to watch them, please don't, because this is not sandboxy. So they're going to be doing the same stuff you are, but probably doing things differently. Like, very excited that the first thing to do here is a heist, because it could be done any number of ways. So it's interesting to see how each group is gonna do that. And then Sunday morning we get Curse of Strahd Daybreak, and then Sunday night Mythic Odyssey continues. They left off in the middle of a pretty crazy fight, like a rematch against a boss that almost TDK'd them, so it's pretty exciting. And then next Monday we will be back here. So does anybody have any shouts, announcements, games they're trying to fill, or any of the like?
Nope. Thanks for DMing.
Nah.
All right.
It was very fun, guys. Thank you.
All right, we'll continue this next week. Hope everybody has a good week, and I'll see you around the Discord.
See ya.
Thank you.